Welcome back to our channel, where we explore and decode unique cultural nuances from around the world. Today, we're taking you on a virtual tour to the land of the rising sun, Japan. But before we dive into the intricacies of Japanese culture and etiquette, a quick reminder: if you haven't done it yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon right next to it. That way, you'll never miss out on our exciting content. Alright, are you ready to learn about the do's and don'ts of Japan? Buckle up, because our journey starts now. Planning to visit Japan in 2024? Here are 10 things you should never do. First up, let's talk about personal space. In Japan, this is a big deal. Imagine you're on a crowded subway. You might feel the urge to squeeze in, get close to people to make room for others. But hold on. In Japan, it's important to maintain a respectful distance. Even in tight spaces, try not to invade another person's bubble. It's considered bad manners. And it's not just about physical contact. Keeping your voice down and avoiding excessive gestures also counts as respecting personal space. So, when you're in Japan, be mindful of your surroundings. Consider how your actions might affect others. Keep a respectful distance. Lower your voice. Limit your gestures. That's the Japanese way of showing respect for personal space. Remember, respect personal space and you'll fit right in. Chopsticks aren't just utensils. They carry a lot of cultural significance. In Japan, using chopsticks incorrectly can be seen as disrespectful. It's not just about being able to pick up your sushi, it's about understanding the values and traditions that come with it. One common mistake is sticking your chopsticks upright in your bowl. This resembles a ritual for the dead, so it's considered bad form. Another faux pas is passing food directly from one pair of chopsticks to another. This action is also part of a funeral rite, where bones of the deceased are transferred in this manner. Also, avoid using your chopsticks to point or gesture while you're talking. It's seen as rude and disrespectful. And remember, never use your chopsticks to dig around in your food for that perfect piece. It's called sashi bashi, and it's not good manners. So when in Japan, remember, chopsticks up, not down. With these tips, you'll be dining like a local in no time. In Japan, footwear holds a symbolic meaning. It's more than just a fashion statement or a necessity for walking. Shoes are seen as carriers of dirt and impurity, which is why they are often left at the doorstep when entering a home or certain establishments. This tradition is deeply rooted in the Japanese culture, reflecting their respect for cleanliness and order. Now, you don't just go barefoot after ditching your shoes. You switch to slippers. Yes, you heard it right. You'll find a variety of slippers waiting for you at the entrance, each designed for specific areas of the house or building. There are bathroom slippers, hallway slippers, and even room-specific slippers in some places. Just remember to switch back to your indoor slippers before leaving the bathroom, as it's considered a faux pas to wear bathroom slippers anywhere else. So, leave your shoes at the door and embrace the slipper culture. Temples and shrines are sacred spaces that deserve our utmost respect. In the land of the rising sun, these places are not just tourist attractions. They are spiritual sanctuaries steeped in tradition and culture. When visiting, it is essential to maintain a peaceful atmosphere. Keep your voices low, allowing the serene silence to envelop you. Avoid touching any sacred objects unless explicitly permitted. These are not mere artifacts, but revered symbols of belief and tradition. Taking photographs can be a wonderful way to remember your visit, but be aware of signs indicating areas where photography may be restricted. It's all about respecting the sanctity of these places. Dress code is another consideration. Modest attire, covering your shoulders and knees, is typically appreciated. It's not just about covering up, it's about showing deference to the spiritual significance of these sites. Remember, when visiting these sacred spaces, silence is golden. It's not just about observing, it's about immersing yourself in the tranquility and reverence they inspire. As we take a brief intermission from our exploration of Japanese customs and etiquette, we'd like to remind you that if you're finding this content helpful or interesting, please take a moment to hit that subscribe button down below. Your support helps us continue to bring you informative and engaging content like this. Don't forget to ring the bell icon too, so you won't miss any of our future videos. Now, let's dive back into our journey into understanding the unique and fascinating culture of Japan. Stay tuned for more insights on how to navigate your way through the land of the rising sun with respect and awareness. When it comes to recycling, Japan is quite meticulous. With a deeply rooted respect for the environment, the nation has developed a complex waste disposal system that goes beyond the usual paper, plastic, and glass segregation. This system is a testament to the Japanese commitment to cleanliness and sustainability. From burnable and non-burnable waste to recyclables and even compostable items, Japan has a specific place for each kind of trash. Now, it might seem a bit overwhelming at first, but it's an integral part of daily life here. In fact, most neighborhoods have detailed charts that explain what goes where and on what day it's collected. It's not just about throwing things away, it's about giving items a new life, conserving resources, and protecting our beautiful planet. So, when you're in Japan, think before you throw. Because in this country, recycling is not just an act, it's a way of life. Time is of the essence in Japan. This is a society that values punctuality. Being on time is considered a basic form of respect. It's not just about meetings or appointments either. Trains and buses in Japan are famous for their punctuality. They leave the station to the second, and if you're late, well, you'll just have to catch the next one. This adherence to time isn't merely practical. It's deeply ingrained in the cultural fabric. It's seen as a reflection of personal discipline, responsibility, and respect for other people's time. So whether you're catching a train or meeting a friend, make sure you're on time. If you're running late, it's polite to call ahead or send a message. In Japan, it's better to be 30 minutes early than a minute late. So, when in Japan, better early than late. In Japan, silence speaks louder than words. It's a culture that values tranquility and harmony, and that's reflected in the way people communicate. When you're in public spaces, be it a serene park, a bustling restaurant, or a crowded train, maintaining a moderate volume is not just polite, it's expected. Loud conversations can feel like a jarring interruption to the soothing hum of everyday life. Imagine being in a peaceful garden, bathed in the soft glow of the setting sun, only to have that moment shattered by a loud ringtone or a boisterous chat. It's not just about noise levels, it's about respecting the shared space and the people in it. In Japan, there's a saying, the quieter you become, the more you can hear. So, let's take a page from their book and remember to keep our voices down. After all, when we quiet our voices, we open ourselves to the sounds of the world around us. So, keep the volume down and let the silence speak. In Japan, how you point matters. What may seem like a simple gesture in many cultures can quickly become a faux pas in the land of the rising sun. When indicating something or someone, it's considered impolite to use a single finger. Instead, Japanese people prefer to use an open hand, a gentle nod, or even a subtle tilt of the head. It's all about subtlety and respect. Even when giving directions, Japanese people tend to use their whole hand, with the palm facing upwards, rather than pointing with a single finger. If a situation calls for a more precise gesture, you might see the use of a closed fist, with the thumb pointing the direction. This understated style of communication is deeply ingrained in Japanese culture, showing respect for others and promoting harmony. So next time you're in Japan, remember to be mindful of how you gesture. Remember, it's all in the hand. A little thank you goes a long way in Japan. In the land of the rising sun, expressing gratitude is more than just common courtesy. It's a way of acknowledging the time, effort, and thoughtfulness of others. The Japanese phrase for thank you arigato is a powerful word that can warm hearts and build bridges. Whether you are receiving a service, accepting a gift, or acknowledging a kind gesture, saying arigato is a must. It's the Japanese way of showing appreciation, respect, and humility. It's a small word that carries a big message. It tells the other person that you value their kindness and are thankful for their efforts. In Japan, arigato is more than just a phrase. It's an attitude, a mindset, a way of life. It's about recognizing the value of every moment, every interaction, and every person. So remember, whether it's a shopkeeper, a waiter, or a friendly local, don't forget to say arigato. It's the simplest yet most meaningful way to leave a lasting impression. So, don't forget to say arigato. In Japan, food is more than just a meal. It's an expression of culture, tradition, and respect. Food customs are deeply ingrained in Japanese society, and to appreciate the gastronomic experience, it's important to understand and follow these customs. One of the most common faux pas tourists make is misusing chopsticks. Remember, chopsticks are not drumsticks, nor should they be used for pointing, and sticking them upright in a bowl of rice. That's a big no-no, as it's associated with funeral rites. Another crucial food custom is to not waste food. Finishing everything on your plate is a sign of respect to the cook and appreciation for the effort put into the meal. And while slurping might be frowned upon in your home country, in Japan, it's a sign that you're enjoying your noodles. So when in Japan, eat like the locals do. And there you have it. 10 simple guidelines to help you navigate the fascinating culture of Japan. To recap, remember to respect personal space, use chopsticks correctly, and follow slipper etiquette. Show reverence at temples and shrines, separate your trash accurately, and be punctual. Keep your voice down in public, be mindful when pointing, and always say arigato. Lastly, honor food customs to truly immerse yourself in the Japanese experience. Each of these points underlines the importance of respect and consideration, fundamental values in Japanese society. By observing these, you'll not only avoid accidental faux pas, but also deepen your understanding and appreciation of this beautiful country and its rich traditions. Japan is a land of contrasts, where ancient customs blend seamlessly with futuristic innovations. As you prepare for your journey in 2024, let these tips guide you towards a respectful and enriching travel experience. Until next time, sayonara. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Your interest in understanding and respecting the culture of Japan is commendable. We hope these tips will serve as your compass, guiding you through the fascinating landscape of Japanese customs and traditions. If you found this video helpful, do remember to hit that subscribe button. This way, you'll be on top of all the latest content I release, including more cultural insights, travel tips, and guides to navigating different parts of the world. Your support keeps this channel alive and helps us bring more enriching content your way. So, until our next journey together, sayonara and happy travels.